The difference between cold-blooded animals and warm-blooded animals like mammals is that we generate our own warmth. So it doesn't matter where we are, we're always radiating heat. So we can be sitting in the lounge inside, we're fine. Now cold-blooded animals don't do that. Cold-blooded animals have to get their heat externally, so they're solar powered. By lying in the sun, their body reaches operating temperature and they can run around and start eating and remain active. Then their body cools down again, then they have to go and lie in the sun to recharge. There is a part of their body that's not protected, and that's their tongue. So when you're seeing reptiles moving around, if they have a blue tongue, that tells you they spend a lot of time in the sun with their tongue out, because the blue in their tongue is called melanome, and that's what prevents it from getting sunburnt. Shingleback lizards, which are a type of skink that spend a lot of time in the sun, actually have a black tongue. It's a really dark blue, because the more time they spend in the sun, the more melanome they have to have in their tongue. Even some pythons and snakes have blue tongues to protect them. Blue-tongued lizards have a blue tongue as a sunblock.
Ten or so minutes in the middle of summer can be enough to start damaging the skin. Protection's all about a combination of things. There's no one way of sun protection because UV is very reflective and it also scatters around us. So we need to consider a combination of measures that will minimise that risk, which is ultimately what we're doing. Of course, sunglasses are important because our eyes, regardless of skin type, UV damages our eyes. And the last one is shade. Shade's a really good form of sun protection to reduce UV exposure. Clothing's another good one. Sunscreen is getting more and more clever, I guess, and that's nanotechnologies is a big buzzword at the moment. Sunscreen's been using nanotechnology for quite some years. There's no evidence to suggest it's harmful in any way. So the message here is again to continue using a sunscreen and using it on those parts of the skin that can't be reached or protected by other forms of sun protection. The Cancer Council, in cooperation with the Bureau of Meteorology, have released a SunSmart UV Index, and that measures up to World Health Organisation recommendations and standards. And what the UV alert does is it tells Canberrans when sun protection is actually recommended. So we recommend sun protection when UVs are 3 and above. So the UV alert doesn't just tell you the number, but tells you more importantly the time of day when we need to be thinking about sun protection. This is really important. Currently in Canberra we have a lot of weather forecasts that might only tell us what the UV levels will reach tomorrow, not the time of day to be sun smart. 3, 5, 15, they're just numbers. So what's really important is that Canberrans are more aware of the time of the day when UV is 3 and above, so you can protect yourself from damaging UV radiation.